Hello and welcome back to The Absolute Mom. Today I am bringing you the first challenge of the clutter-free February, and we are going to start digital decluttering. So I'm choosing to go with this first of all because we are having a bad snow/ice storm, and so I am staying in a hotel so that I don't have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do the long drive to work tomorrow. And so I decided while I'm here, I might as well work and bring some stuff to you guys. And I think this is just the absolute perfect time for me to do the digital declutter part because I don't have 4 kids that I need to stop and get them meals and a glass of water and help them school and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of a really good time to just focus and get it done. Instead of it taking like 4 days, hopefully it'll just take like an hour. So there's many areas that I'm thinking about doing this. So the first area that I'm going to focus on is my emails. So I've subscribed to a whole bunch of different emails. Some of it is I just wanted that free download, and next thing you know, I'm getting like 5 emails every single day from those subscriptions. So I need to go through and I need to unsubscribe to things that I don't want. And this includes stores too. So I oftentimes sign up for coupons through stores, and then next thing I know, I'm getting these 50% off coupons that makes me feel like I need to go and order something all the time. And so I need to unsubscribe to those so that I don't feel like I have that pull coming at me. But the other part of that is too, I feel like anytime I do shopping, I can very easily search for a coupon online, whether I'm in store or I'm shopping online. I feel like I can find a coupon code. And so I don't feel like I need my inbox getting all filled up with all these coupons that I don't need in there. So I'm also subscribed to some newsletters that are things that I was interested in the past, and I just don't really have time to do it right now. So I need to go through and I need to get unsubscribed from all of these newsletters also that I do not find beneficial anymore. So one thing I'm really bad about too is keeping receipts from purchases in my inbox. So it makes sense to keep the inbox receipts at first until I get the item and I'm sure that I don't need to return it. But after that, I'm really bad about going back and deleting those receipts. So I really need to get better about doing that. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to get that done tonight. The other part too is I need to go through my contact list that is on my email. So I have a work email and I also have a personal email. So all of this is going to take a little bit. But I know on my personal email that I have contacts in there from probably a good 12 years ago from kids that I went to college for and stuff, and I haven't talked to them since. And I know that I have some of my kids as old doctors or dentists or just a whole bunch of different contacts that I definitely don't need. So I definitely need to go through and get rid of a lot of these contacts, and that way it'll be a little bit easier when I am trying to write an email to find who I need to write it to. All right, so the next area on digital that I'm going to focus on is social media. So this can either be a rabbit hole or it can be nice and easy, and I'm really unsure which way it's gonna go for me. So for social media, there's 3 big areas that I am going to focus on, and that's YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So for me, I find that I really love following people that I have common things with. So homeschool is obviously a huge part of my life. And so I definitely follow a lot of other homeschool mamas. And the other part that I really love is cleaning and organization. Hence why I am bringing you guys videos on all of these kind of topics. But I find stuff in my past, such as cloth diapering, that I am still subscribed to those channels or Facebook friends with some people that I don't need to be anymore, or that I have Facebook pages on there that I don't need anymore. All my kids are out of diapers, so I feel like that part of our journey is done, and I can go ahead and I can unsubscribe or unfollow those type of things. I also know that there's a few Instagram ones that whenever their stories come up, every time I'm just swiping by them because they just don't speak to me anymore. So I need to, instead of just swiping by them, I need to either just mute them for a little bit or I need to go ahead and unfollow them so that everything that I'm ingesting when I am on social media is something very beneficial and fills my heart. All right, so the next area that I'm gonna focus on is my phone. So we all know that our phones are our lifelines and it holds absolutely everything in there, but sometimes this is a really bad thing. So I know that oh my gosh, I would hate to look how many thousands of pictures that I have on my phone. I know easily on my last phone, I had like over 8,000 pictures. And I just absolutely love capturing every single memory and moment. And I'm really bad about taking like 15 pictures of one thing just to get that perfect one. And I don't go back and I don't erase those other pictures. So on my phone, I have a whole bunch of different areas that I need to focus on. So the first area I need to focus on is I have my email linked with my phone. And I'm going to do all the unsubscribing and decluttering on my computer because it's quicker and easier. But then I need to uninstall and reinstall my email on my phone so that all of those things that I just made progress on aren't just sitting on my phone. So unfortunately, if I've opened it up on my phone, it stays on my phone, which is kind of frustrating. I wish it would just sync a little bit better than what it does. So the other thing I definitely need to look at is pictures. As I said, I take thousands of pictures every single year. I am horrible about taking pictures, but never do I ever regret it. And luckily, my phone is being really smart and it creates albums for me because I am horrible about creating albums. And so one of the albums that it even has is screenshots, and that one is really good for me to look at, and it makes decluttering a little bit easier because I'm really quick at taking a screenshot of something and sending it to my husband to see if he's interested in, you know, maybe it was something that my friend got from Sam's Club, so I take a screenshot of it to see if he wants us to purchase it. Well, then I never go back and delete the screenshot. And so I need to look throughout all my photos and try to delete and get them a little bit organized. The next area that should not take too long on my phone is apps. We all know that our phone gets so cluttered with apps. There is an app for everything, and I feel like most places almost force you to download apps for everything. Even my doctor's office, to do anything, I feel like I have to have an app for it, which is kind of frustrating. I just want to call and talk to a person instead. But I need to go through, delete any of the apps that I'm not currently using, and then I want to organize them into different folders, such as all of these are for editing, and all of these are for personal scheduling, and all of these are entertainment. So I need to go through and make it so that I don't have to swipe over 5 different pages to find that one app, and I can only have, my goal is 2 pages. So we'll see if I get there. The other area on my phone that I need to focus on is much like my email. I need to focus on my contacts and get old contacts out of there. I probably have some contacts still in there from high school just because the pure fact when you get a new phone, they just transfer all of your information over to your new phone, which is great, but bad all at the same time. So I just need to spend a few minutes and go through and get everything deleted. I'm pretty sure I still have a contact for my sister in there for her house phone, which was like 3 houses ago and maybe like 20 years ago. So I definitely need to go through there. I think it'll only take like 5 or 10 minutes, but it's something I've just never sat down and focused on. All right, so the last area of digital decluttering that we are going to focus on is my computer. So my husband was super sweet. He got me a new MacBook Pro back in October, and it has tons of storage. He made sure to buy a whole bunch of extra storage for it, but I need to be very good and I need to be organizing everything that's on here so it's nice and easy to find. So I do have an external hard drive, and part of my New Year's resolution was to make sure all of my YouTube filming items got organized. And so I've already started this a little bit, which has been way, way nicer than the way I was doing it for months prior. But basically I have it broken down into different months, and if it's raw footage or edited footage or completed and uploaded, or if there's images and not just videos. And so if you are on YouTube, you know it's very, very easy to get a lot of different media going on all at the same time. So I need to get good, and I need to make sure all that's organized and I have a good way to organize it in place so that I don't get overwhelmed here a few months down the road in 2021. All right, so that's all my filming files. Another thing that I need to get redone is my desktop. So every single time I take a screenshot or I save something, it's automatically saving to my desktop. And I need to change that because I want my desktop to have a bare minimum of things on it so that when I open up my computer, I'm not feeling overwhelmed before I even get started. But that's not how it's working out. Just automatically everything throws on a new icon, and it's just I haven't sat down and taken the 5 minutes that it takes to change the setting on my computer. So tonight is the night I'm going to get that done. The other part that I definitely need to address on my computer is downloads. So with homeschooling, we use BJU Press online, and with that, my daughter is doing distance learning online, and so there's a lot of files that you can open up with that. So every single day I'm opening up multiple files and it's downloading different things, and I just never ever throw those downloads into the trash, even though I'm never gonna use them again until my twins are in 5th grade, which is a lot of years from now. So I just need to go through and look at the downloads and just delete everything that I don't need on this computer anymore. And then I need to actually empty out the trash. All right, so let's get going on our digital decluttering journey. All right, so I think the area that I'm going to start on is on my computer first, and I think it's going to be the downloads, which was the last thing that I talked to you guys about. But I feel like that's the easiest thing to get rid of because it's either I need it or I don't. And so it's click, 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 and they're gone. Whereas if I need to look through any filming stuff or any pictures and stuff, I feel like there's some emotion behind there, and so the decisions aren't as easy to make. And so let's work on the downloads. All right, to put into perspective for you guys what I'm talking about with downloads, I got this computer at the very end of October. So we've had October, November, December, January. We're 3 months into it. We even took a break for the holidays. It ended up being like 2 to 3 weeks worth of break. And this tells me I have 276 downloads in my folder. In 3 months, 276. That is absolutely crazy. All right, let's get rid of a lot of these. So the nice part of Apple is it has it all broken down, like which ones did I use in 2020, which ones have I used in the previous 30 days, the last 7 days, or which ones did I use yesterday. So why this is nice for me is obviously the ones that I've used within the previous 7 days, I'm probably going to end up using those again. These are things like my daughter's video lesson guides that I use when I do all of her homeschool planning for the whole entire week. So I know items like that I do wish to keep on this computer because I use them every single week. But I know ones I used way back in 2020, way back 1 month ago. I know the ones in 2020 I probably don't need, and it was probably just opening up a whole bunch of files to be able to grade her work. And so I'm gonna go through and let's see how many I can get rid of. All right, so we're 8 minutes in. I am done with my downloads. So now when I look at it, I have 94 downloads. We started with, I think 276. I'm down to 94. So a lot of those are the songs that I use on my YouTube videos. So I need to see if I actually need to keep those on my computer or if that is something that I can delete and get rid of. So I'm going to write that little question down and I will text my husband and see what he thinks about it. All right, so I think the next area to do is on my desktop. So I don't have much on my desktop, but it's definitely starting to look a little bit cluttered. So I'm gonna go through this real quick and see if under 5 minutes, if I can get this all done. All right, it's 5 minutes later and I'm completely done with organizing the desktop portion of it. I feel good about the different icons that is left on there, and I have different pictures according to what the icons are for. All right, so the last thing I need to do on the computer digital decluttering is that I have my external hard drive, and on this I have all of my filming files and all of my completed projects. So I just need to go through here and make sure that for 2021 I have everything set out exactly how I want it to look. And so I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we will move on to, I think, the phone portion, because that one might go a little bit faster than the emails. All right, we are about 15 minutes into this digital decluttering, and I have everything on my computer completely done. So the desktop is done, all of my filming files are done, and all of the downloads are decluttered. So the next thing I am moving on to is working on my phone. And so I think the first thing for my phone that I'm going to do is apps, because I feel like I'm pretty good at this. I know if I'm not using an app, it's gone. And then I also feel like I have different sections that I can combine together into different folders so that my home screen isn't as cluttered. And then I think what I'm going to move on next is deleting contacts that I no longer need. All right, so the phone portion of my digital declutter is completely done. Well, I shouldn't say completely. So I went through the pictures really fast. I do feel like sometime I need to sit down and actually go through the pictures even more, but like I said, there are thousands of them. So I did utilize the different albums that my phone already stores them into, such as screenshots and receipts and stuff like that, so that I know really easily which ones I can get rid of. So then I deleted apps, and to my surprise, there was like 9 apps that I was able to delete, and I put all the apps into like folders. And then the other part that really surprised me was contacts. So I thought that I had gone through and I had gotten rid of contacts a few years back, but obviously I did not, because I had quite a few still from high school and from college, or from jobs that I had in high school. I had a whole bunch of businesses that aren't even in business anymore. So I definitely got rid of a lot of contacts, like over 50 contacts. So I feel good about my desktop. I feel good about my phone. So the next thing I think I'm ready to go on to is social media. So Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So here's my challenge to myself. This cannot become a rabbit hole. I literally need to look what groups or who I'm subscribed to and choose yes or no. I don't need to be looking at anything else going on. And so I am challenging myself for 20 minutes for this section, and that is all. All right, so Instagram and YouTube is completely done. So I feel like both of those are pretty easy to do. Instagram, I had started my page that goes along with this YouTube channel. So I feel like the people that I follow definitely are people that I want to follow. And so I looked through there really quick, and there was really none that like sparked that I wanted to unfollow. And then YouTube is the same thing, and it is so amazing, you guys. I don't know how much YouTube you guys watch, but I'd almost rather watch YouTube than a TV channel. And so looking through all the subscriptions that I have to say I absolutely recognize like every single name, and I actually watch all of you guys. And so thank you so much for doing a whole bunch of great content so that I have something to watch. So the next one that I need to get working on is Facebook. And I feel like this is the one that I'm going to end up deleting a whole bunch of pages, because there's definitely stuff that I was interested in the past that I'm no longer interested in. And there's definitely some stuff that I just don't need as a resource anymore. So Facebook, here I come. So the way I'm going to do this is to actually go into my list of groups and pages that I follow, and I'm literally going to go through there, and usually by the group name I already know if I want to unfollow or not. So I have definitely gotten better in the last few months about unfollowing things that don't pertain to my life or my journey anymore, but I definitely know there's more in here. All right, it took me about 20 minutes, but I'm done going through all of my Facebook. So that feels really good to get all this extra like digital clutter out of my life. So the last area that I need to focus on is my email. So like I said, I have my business email and I have a personal email. And my business email, I have been very, very good about deleting what I don't need and organizing stuff appropriately. But my personal email, yeah, I'm a little embarrassed by it. So this is gonna take probably a good hour at least, if not more. I'm trying to sign into it to see how many emails I have because I can't tell you the last time I actually just sat down and deleted emails. So I'm really, really good about like checking my email, and I'll even see stuff that I don't need, but then I never delete it. And so I can tell you my personal email is probably going to be the one that kind of takes me down right now. So I just signed in and I have 5,093 emails. Yeah, you heard that right. And I'm pretty sure this is from years and years and years ago. So let's see. Let's look and see what my oldest email is here. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the end of this 5,093 emails. And it looks like my oldest email is from September 28th of 2010. Yes, it's 11 years old. I didn't even think this email address was 11 years old, but I guess that it must be. I used to sew and sell cloth diapers, and so this was my business email, and wow, that doesn't seem like that was 10 years ago. It's definitely something I absolutely love doing, but then I had the twins and we got really busy, and my hobbies just kind of went to the wayside. So I am going to sit here and go through emails from the last 11 years and get rid of as many as I can. I am confident I can get rid of a lot. I even saw a whole bunch of you have a Walmart order, at which all those are automatic deletes. Like there's no reason I need to keep any of those emails. So this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my night. I challenge you, go ahead and start your digital declutter. So whether this means just in the morning you're able to sit down for 15 minutes and only focus on one area, or if this means you get lucky like I did and I could sit down and just focus on all of it all at one time without kids running around, do whatever works for you. But I did make a list and I crossed off each item as I got through them. And that way I know that I didn't forget any of the items on my list. So like I said, I still need to go back for my phone and I need to delete some of the pictures or get them off of my phone. I did put a huge memory card in my phone so that I know I can easily take it out and save all of my pictures. I need to work on my email contacts, my unsubscribing to subscriptions that I don't need, or stores or coupons that I don't need any longer, and then actually just physically deleting all of my inbox, all of my 5,093 emails that I'm sure I definitely do not need, at least 99% of them. So this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. All right, let me know down below, what did you get decluttered this week? Did you sit down and do a digital declutter while you were watching me? Or did you work on your kitchen? Or did you work on getting your list of what you want to declutter? Come on, ladies, let's make the list. Let's get it going. We need a clutter-free February so that when it is springtime, we could do our spring cleaning all together. All right. Let me know, give it a big thumbs up, also hit that red subscribe button, and I will bring you more decluttering.